It's now like 8 o'clock in the morning, my time, and I'm on my way out. Yeah, so it's been real. I'm gonna head out to the scenic route to get to Sedona, and I think it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna head out, get some coffee because I need to wake up, and that's that on that. So, this is my last time going to this coffee shop. I am going to miss it. It was nice, and I enjoy the coffee here, so I'm going to have it one more time. I'm going to cut that out. But anyway, yeah, this is my last time at the coffee shop. It's called Mothership Coffee Rosary Bakery. Also, if you go to like Sunset Coffee Shop, that's also, their beans are still there too, so it's the same coffee. If you go to a different shop, go to the other shop. I'm trying to decide what I want to have, if I want to do the matcha again. I don't want to do lavender because I don't want to be relaxed. I actually need to be alert because I'm going to be driving for a total of 5 hours. It was going to be like closer to 8 hours because I was going to go to another destination. But I decided, because I am not about the long driving life, plus I get car sick easily, I'm going to do that the next time I come out here, because I will come back because I have to do a full here now too. But yeah, so actually, and I miscounted how many states I've done. I'm at 9 now for the halves. 9 for the halves, 11 for the fulls. Not bad, right? And they're not the same states, so some of them are clearly, the ones that are closer by are all the same, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. So maybe I didn't realize it because I was kind of in stealth mode. I am sore right now. When I was walking to get my coffee, walking to come out, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm walking so gingerly right now. So in a way, it's probably for the best that I am not going all the way up to that place. Again, I am going to book another trip at some point, preferably when it's warmer, but not the summer, clearly, because I want it to be hot, but I want to be able to wear shorts when I'm here, and I think I'll enjoy the hiking. And also, if I'm here just for hiking and that's it just will be better. So I think I'm going to add this to my rotation. The Vegas stuff, Sedona, Arizona, it's all on the same rotation. I do still need to do Utah too. Like, so much stuff out here. It's so beautiful and opposite of what you would get like in the Midwest or even the East Coast to a certain extent. The East Coast is beautiful too. Let's not sleep on that. And even the far West Coast. It's just like the old rock formations, the old mountain range before the Rockies. You kind of see that, and it's just so cool, so dope. I don't remember what the name of the old mountain range was. I'll put it on here. But yeah, it's just cool to see that. Oh, side note, if you're wondering why I still have this on, I don't know how to get this thing off. I'm going to need to find some scissors and have someone cut this off of me because it won't. I've been trying to get it off me for like, I was actually trying to get it off me like on Saturday because I have more than one of these and I can't get it off. So I think I actually need to cut it off of me. Anyway, I'm going to get going, head on out to the next destination. I don't know how much walking I'm going to do. I do need to walk it out though, because especially with this long drive, I don't want my legs to feel like hell. So the walking will help. And having coffee, and also got me a cookie too. This is actually how it looks though, Mothership. But anyway, so I am at the next destination. I decided I'm going to do like a brief walk to just shake out everything. And also because of the fact that I'm going to be doing a lot of driving, I'm going to do this. Sorry, thought I was showing you and I didn't. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to walk. Looks like it's paved, so it should be relatively easy. But yeah. One last few things before I move on to the next destination. that I'm not that far away from the parking lot, and this is like the view. Yeah, it's a man-made trail, but still really nice. And I think it's in the 50s right now, so I want to enjoy the sunshine while I'm out here. And also, again, I need to walk it off because, man, my hips are sore. I'm really excited for the spa day that I have planned for tomorrow. Right now, I'm at the Quail Run Trail. It really wasn't that long of a trail, like less than a half a mile. So I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to go to the Duck Creek Trailhead next and kind of enjoy that for a little bit before I get back on the road. The next place I'm going to is about 25 minutes away, I want to say. But it's just, again, the view. Didn't really want to do too much. Again, I just want to enjoy being out here one last time. The next place I'm going to is still in Nevada, though, so there is that. That's a very subtle hint. Most people who have, done some geography will probably figure out where I'm going next. If you can figure out where I'm at right now, and then 25 minutes, and the final destination is Arizona, Sedona to be exact. Okay, I gave you way too many hints, so you probably know exactly where I'm going next. Anyway, talk to you a little bit in the main trail. There is more than one way. I can either go this way, where it just says like Wetland Park, and it says Duck Creek Coyote Bowl. Not sure what that is. And then this is like the main one. I think I'm gonna stick on though, just because I'm probably not going to even be out here too much longer. I already did a mile walk, which felt good. Felt very good. I needed it after yesterday. Oh, so I didn't even mention, so last night after the race, I talked to quite a few people and stuff because it was cold towards the end, especially after the run and walking back to my car. And hopefully I don't get sick because I was coughing quite a bit when I got home or back to the Airbnb. And I think it had to do with the fact that it was just so cold out there. Because one thing, if you're not someone who's ever been in the desert, and look at this, by the way. See, this is why I had to go on this one. It's just too cute. But what I was going to mention is, if you're someone who's not used to the desert, and I kind of am from going to Arizona all the time, but I guess it's, even when the weather is nice during the day, at night, it drops by quite a bit. So it got really cold last night because it was in the 50s during the day, which was perfect for running. And even at night when I was running, it didn't feel bad either because I was already warmed up from like running, because the race started, as you will saw, started like close to dusk, and then it got darker, but that's the whole point, right? You want to see all the lights and everything. But yeah, as soon as I got home, I had my dinner that I cooked, Brenner. Basically had breakfast for dinner, and I had like a 3-egg omelet with kale and mushrooms and onions all mixed in there. 2 crumpets. People know I love my crumpets, for those who really know my breakfast. I literally am a creature of habit when it comes to breakfast eating. I eat the same thing every day. Unless I'm meal prepping. But, so I ended up making all of that. Oh, I also had like in the breakfast I had avocado, half of avocado, and breakfast sausage. Not breakfast sausage. It's vegan breakfast sausage. Oh, okay. And did it at the same spot I started from before, which is in a different area. Yes. It leads you back to here either way. I wonder if I would have went the other way, would do the same thing. Probably. Anyway, let me go out and turn around. Yeah, so after the breakfast or dinner I had, I watched a little bit of YouTube for my favorite reviewers, and I went to sleep. I was asleep at like 10:30, I think. I was so tired. I was spent. Just the lack of training and not getting any double-digit running in, and then having to turn around and still crank out a half marathon. Whew, that was difficult. It was fun for most of it, and then as you will see in the previous video, mile 9 and 10 is where I just I was like, oh, okay, now I know I haven't been training as much as I would like. But up until then, I was good. So, and those who know me or who have ran with me know that my sweet spot, my running sweet spot, that basically I could do probably without training. Well, I know I could do all this without training, really, minus like a marathon. But what I can do, my body won't break down and it'll be all good. I'm a 10K girl. Like, I get that from my dad. My dad did a lot of 10Ks to keep up with his different sports in his 20s. And as a result, I literally inherited that gene where 10Ks are just a sweet spot. Like, in totality, when it comes to like even my running, that's when I got my first PR. I was like, oh, and that kicked off like my kind of tear, my mini little age group winning tear that I had in 2012. What kicked it off was I ran a really good 10K. It was the first time I ran like a 10K in like 48 minutes. Like and I felt good. And then that's what started it. It literally kind of started all of this on a whole nother level where all of a sudden I was like, oh, I can really doing this. But yeah, I say all that because how I felt during the 10K part of the race, I was like, oh, I got this. This isn't even going to be a problem. I had a little bit of a mini scare, I want to say, right before mile 4. My toe kind of felt weird, and I was like, uh-oh. It was one of those like, should I like maybe, actually I'm going this way if you guys see. But yeah, so I had a little bit of a where my toe felt weird. But you want to know what I think happened? It's kind of probably, hopefully it's not TMI. I think my toe finally now will be okay because I don't think it healed in the right place. But I think when I ran and while I was doing the race, adjusted to where it actually should be at in the middle of me running, in the middle of like the I want to say almost 4 mile marker is when it adjusts to where it actually needs to be at. Because now when I'm walking, it's sore, but like it finally doesn't feel funny anymore. And I kept saying that to the people, like, dude, my toe, I know it's been like, the whole time frame that they said it was going to be. By the way, I'm going to stop here for a second. So pause on the story time. Oh, yeah. By the way, I probably should have formally said this. This is kind of a mini review of how the half marathon went, but also looking at some nice scenery at the same time. Okay, back to the story time / review. So, I know you want to see my face the whole time, even though face is cute, but you don't need to see it. So, I am like running, and then I just felt like I had to abruptly stop because I was like, oh no, did I re-break it? Because then I even heard it move a little bit. Like I heard it, and I thought it was the same thing I heard when I broke it. I'm not going to go into that because people are sensitive about saying that kind of thing. So I thought I felt that again, but it wasn't the same feeling. It was actually more like, oh, we're at the right spot now. So ever since then, because I'm walking right now, and my toe finally feels like is in the right spot, and it's actually it's working now. It hasn't been working this whole time. So I think I'm going to be okay, I guess, to kind of state that. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do the race in May, though. And the reason why I may not do the race in May actually has nothing to do with this. It actually has to do with the fact that I'm going away a week later. And the race I was going to do in May was also out of town, but not the same place. So that'll be 2 weekends in a row of me just being out of town. And it's like, I want to rely on my cat sitter. I don't want to do that to him. That's not really fair. Ooh, see, this is cute. I should take a selfie. I think I'm going to. Un momento. Could not help myself. Too nice. Oh, I guess you could go through there if you really want to. I don't like going off the trails in areas I'm not familiar with, though, so I don't really do that, especially if I'm just by myself. That's a vacation pro tip. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, this trail. Okay, we're at the end. So, I literally walked every trail here. That's kind of some awesome sauce. And then we can go on to the next thing. I think I'm working off my cookie I had. Oh, that's another thing. If I don't eat my normal, usual breakfast, or like, or meal prepping stuff. Yep, see, this leads to the same spot. It's like all roads lead to here. Oh, see what it says? This is a feeding area for the birds. So, that's why you don't go any further. Although I totally saw someone do that, but whatever. But yeah, oh, if I don't eat my normal usual breakfast lineup, I do coffee and a cookie. It's like my other favorite thing. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of my friends, because they know I'm kind of a health nut of the friend group, they assume I don't, and also I don't have sweet tooth really, for the most part, which is not all the way true. I actually eat a cookie about at least 3 to 4 times a week. But I have it with a coffee. because I like the bitterness of a coffee with a cookie together. Oh, okay, this is a scenic look. Okay, see, I almost missed that. I thought we weren't supposed to go this way, but you can. All right, we're going to. It's just, this tall area is kind of odd, I feel like. So it is a trail. Okay. Wasn't sure if this was an okay trail to go through or not. And it is. Except for now, I don't know which way is the conclusion. I don't think it matters though. When in doubt, go to the right, I guess. Nope, it didn't matter. It just goes around the mulberry bush. Oh, see what this is? It's so you can get the mountain ranges. All the mountain ranges are kind of in the middle. I see what's going on. See, this is the mountain range all the way here. And then you have another one there. And then it's here and here. I'm gonna bring it back to the normal view. Anyway, I should have stated this, but that concludes some of the half marathon review. I would say, well, no. Let's continue on with that. I'm gonna have to chop and screw this for sure, because staying on subject, man, I'm not good at that. We'll get there one day, right? Okay, let's change the view again. So it's a nice little cute little view of where I'm going. So also when I ran the half, I ran into one of my friend's family members running the race, and I didn't know her at all. She only knew me from social media, being friends with her family member. I don't know her, but she knew me because she knows I'm friends with her family member. And the only reason why I pinned her out, because I was actually the one who said something to her first. It was because she was wearing a shirt that had Fort for Fitness on there. Basically, it's a shirt, it's a running shirt. And another thing, those who aren't used to doing races, people a lot of times wear running shirts from other races. That's a very normal thing. I didn't. I have a team shirt I wear. And it's the same shirt I always wear, and I think I said in a previous video. But mostly other people, and actually I used to do this too the first couple years of running, I will wear the shirt that I ran, I will wear a race shirt from the previous race, that used to be a thing of mine, until I start getting into running teams, getting on running teams. Ever since I've been on different running teams, I don't do that anymore. But anyway, so she had this shirt on that, unless you're from the area of where I'm originally from, I'm gonna probably cut that part out. Unless you're from the area where I'm originally from, you're not gonna have that shirt. So I called it out. I just said, I said the city. I was like, da da da. And she was like, hi. I was like, hi. She's like, I don't really know you. I'm like, yeah, I'm originally from there. She's like, but I'm, a family member of one of your friends. And then she said the name. And I was just like, this is all I think this is at mile 1.5 of the race. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm actually going to her wedding, in June. And she's like, okay, I'll see you there. And that was it. It was kind of the funniest, random thing ever. And that's just how races are, which is why I love races. which I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this year has been a race so far, because races, just like this year so far, has been very similar to how races are. They're all super random, and they're always interesting, and a lot of times they're weird, but it's never good or bad. It's just that. And even some of the people I was talking to waiting for the race to start, that was even funny too, because I was talking to this lady from like Philly. Yeah, I keep running into people from Philly around here, which maybe that's telling. But I was talking to her, and she was telling me how horrible the 5K was, and she was like, it was flooding. We had to run through water. And I didn't bring a second pair of running shoes. And also, too, everyone knows, I mean, I'm not going to keep repeating it, but, you know, also with the extra variable that I have going on, yeah, that would have been a whole entire nightmare. So, I say all that to mention that how many ways did the universe, God, my ancestors, they protected me from not doing the race on Saturday. Because if I would have been there at the race, I would have did it. But sometimes the universe needs to get in your way for you to prevent you from doing things that is not going to be good for you. So, yeah, it was just one of those things. When I was talking to her at the start line waiting for things to go, I was like, man, I really am protected out here, you know? You know, just in case anyone ever needs to hear that. Sometimes your plan isn't always the best plan, and that's okay. You might have a little temper tantrum, because people who know me know I can throw me a temper tantrum like a child, but you know, take it in stride, and it's fine. So anyway, I was talking to her, but I was also talking to her about, you know, the crowd, because, you know, as you probably saw in the video, there's a lot of, before the race started, there was a DJ, so you can make requests on what songs you want to hear. And when it was our time for our corral for our section to go, we got to vote. And the vote was between the Killers, who are also from Las Vegas, or Britney Spears, who had a residency here forever and also currently lives in Vegas. Britney got ousted. The Killers won that. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had to like kind of, I was trying to be diplomatic because I was trying to be positive, because, you know, I know I've been kind of negative lately at times. But in my head, I was just like, maybe because, you know, the Killers are still actively producing music. And I did mention, I actually have seen both of them live. I've seen the Killers live, and I've seen Britney Spears live like twice. They're both really good, but the Killers were like good when it comes to live. They're good. They have a, I would say this, just like Britney kind of has like a following, the Killers definitely have more of a following when it comes to, like, they have a cult following. That's what I want to call it. They have a huge cult following, which is different from Britney. And also, too, this is I guess the race demographic, that was kind of like, I say all that to mention the race demographic for this race was different. I mean, it just like looked like a land of misfit toys of runners, which, because of the area of town I run in the city, I wasn't mad at it all the way, because I literally kind of, those are like kind of a lot of times my friend groups. I hang out with people who are like belong in the land of misfit toys, and I feel like, to a certain extent, I feel like I'm one of those people too. So, the awkwardness of it all when it comes to me. So, I kind of just had a good chuckle when she said that. She's like, this is the weirdest crowd of people I've ever seen. And that's what she said. And I just cackled. I was like, because also people were dressed crazy. There are some people look like they're about to go to a basketball game, but they're about to I was so confused, but hey. Anyway, I'll tell you more on the next destination. But that concludes this hike / story. Getting in my car, he totally just kicked my toe. The toe. But I think we're good. Look at this. Oh, man. It's just beautiful. I'm at one of the many destinations I'm planning on stopping by on the way to the final destination. Very pretty. Trying to avoid getting the parking lot, but still getting it a little bit, but that's okay. That's, I think, the actual view where I'm trying to look at, the marina. It's kind of hard to see from all the way over here, and it's really windy. But this is the view. It's truly gorgeous. Alright. Trying to zoom it out. The video doesn't do it justice. But I almost dropped my camera. aka my phone. So this is actually a better view. So much better view. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. This is a different overlook. I actually originally wasn't even going to go to this one, but then I saw just driving past that it looked better than the first one I actually went to, at least in my opinion. The first one just wasn't what I expected it to be, but that's okay. And then, I believe with this one you have the option to hike. I personally, if I had more time, I would. But because I know I need to have some food at some point, I don't really want to do that. But look at that. I just had to capture this because it's just beautiful. Yeah, this looks like this might be a little bit more of a technically difficult hike. And I'm not even sure, like, the trailhead's there, but I guess you start. Oh, I see. I don't have my trail shoes on, but if I did, and I had more time, that doesn't look that bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go on to the next thing. But, you know, I'm in this national park, so I might as well, right? And also, the fee to get into this wasn't that bad, and it's good for 7 days. But I'm just not going to be here long enough to really take advantage of it. It's only $25. That's not bad. And there's plenty of places to, like, go to. And this national park is part of, like, well, I'll show you the grand finale. Well, not the grand finale. I don't know. Just, I guess, depends on what you view as the grand finale. But I just say all that to, like, say, you know, I love going to national parks. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do. I have a friend who's actually that's his thing too. But, yeah, it's kind of becoming my theme as well, except for I also want to run some of them too, because a lot of them have races. But anyway, you're sick of seeing my face. Back to the beauty of it all. Alright, it's windy, as you can definitely tell. Look at this. Yes. So there was a way to go from Nevada to Arizona for free, but my whole thing was I did not, and I repeat, did not want to have, I wanted to take the scenic route, you know? And this is why. This is exactly why. People live here, and it's like they don't even know how lucky they are. I feel like, or maybe they do. I don't know. I know I feel lucky every day when I live in Chicago, because especially summer months is everything. But this is kind of the same thing. You really have to just enjoy things. Life is too short not to enjoy. Look at this. This is called the sunset view. Now I imagine if I was here at sunset, this would just be everything. But I can't. Limited time. Places to go. People to see. Anyway, I might be limiting my walking soon. My leg. The leg that's been overcompensating. It's starting to bother me right now. I don't know, my knee felt weird for a second. It's because my quads are so inflamed right now. I feel like my knees are starting to do the work, and we don't want that. But anyway, so I might be doing less stops than I originally planned. I don't know yet.
Head east towards Sunset Overlook.
I keep doing that. The directions are on at the same time. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, off to the next destination. This is crazy. Look at this. It's nuts. Anyway, I really need to focus. Fortunately, this time around I didn't walk as far. But I'm like, it's really, 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 really windy. So we'll see how long I can do this. Because you can tell I'm like much higher up than I was before. So the wind's even crazier. But I should be used to that, right? Look how blue the water is. I'm gonna put some of this stuff in my pocket so that I don't. Because what if that went over the cliff? Oh my gosh. Definitely need to find a restroom though next. And it's so windy. I almost destroyed my rent-a-car just now. I was just trying to get back into the car, and I was holding onto the door for dear life, and it still flew open. And I like held it and just had to like slam it in order to like close the door. That's crazy. But yeah, I almost had to eat that cost. Anyway, off to the next. You can hear it, can't you? Like, my car's moving because it's so tiny. Anyway, secure checkpoint. But we know where we're going. Oh, didn't realize my camera wasn't that great. Anyway, a little bit of history of the bridge. I didn't know those were the people. Got my mind now. visitors entrance and check things out. So I'm literally on top of the bridge, and I would be out here more, but it is so windy, and I'm also afraid that my phone is gonna fall. And just to give you a feel, yeah, just Google it. Just use your Google schmoogles. I would do more. I feel like a weather person right now, though. I don't want to chance my phone or me going there. So this is as far as we're gonna go. Because also a random thing, even though I do these things, I'm actually afraid of heights. So yeah, I might try to do the bridge, but I will not be recording that because it's not safe to be recording it and trying to keep balance when it's being as windy as it is. So anyway, this is about as much as you're gonna get of the bridge. I did not videotape me going on the bridge. I actually did go on the bridge, and I took photos, so I didn't want to cheat you guys out of the whole experience, but I was not going to try to videotape and walk on the bridge at the same time because that just was not safe. But I did get some pictures, so you'll at least see that, and I'll definitely make sure I put that in the video, because child, it is windy. It's really windy. And I didn't know until walking back that the wind is actually going right against you as you're walking on the bridge, and when you come back, it's pushing you. So it's like a direct wind. And so it was a lot worse walking towards the other side versus walking back because of the way the wind's going. So walking back wasn't as bad. It's just the walking through the bridge that was, woo! It was an adventure. But anyway, that's why we're here, right? Off to the next thing. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to definitely make sure I took photos of it was because this bridge is a newer bridge, number one, and number two, it's a great way to see the Hoover Dam on the bridge. We're actually going to be driving on the bridge very shortly, but yeah, it's a good view. And it's funny because, like, I think they literally were talking about the two people whose bridge is named from, like on the Super Bowl, and I had no idea who those people were. But I figured it out. Like, I was like, oh, that soldier looks familiar, but they always show that soldier, like, all on TV. Pat Tillman, so yeah. Anyway, I basically just, I guess, embarrassingly am getting a history lesson right in front of you all, but oh well. As the brain gets older, there's only so much the brain can store. I'm just going to say it like that, so I don't judge people for forgetting or not knowing things. This is for people who want to know a little bit more. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, they literally were just talking about Pat Tillman during the Super Bowl. Right, I think it was, well, it wasn't during the Super Bowl. It was like the pre-show right before they give the, oh my gosh, Sweetness Award. I can't think of his actual name. I just call him Sweetness because, yeah, Chicago. But oh my God, Walter Payton Award. They were talking about him before the Walter Payton Award on the pre-show. But anyway, you guys don't want to see the parking lot. But yeah, that is the bridge, and it looks like they didn't start building it until 2009. So it is a new bridge, and it's pretty amazing looking. Like, man, if you're a fan of architecture, I would recommend coming here too for that, just because it's kind of awesome. Anyway, this is what I was just on, by the way. But just like the walking part. Insane, right? We're actually riding on that bridge. It's really windy. On the bridge, too. Riding it. It's windy as fuck. Yeah. You. Everything. Sorry. Didn't mean to get my parking pass, but you get the gist. So, hey. This is one of the last views. This is called Crane's Nest Road. I would go in there further, but I don't trust this vehicle enough to go off-roading like that. But this is one of the last places I'm stopping before I get to my final destination, which is Sedona. And I did find a couple of places where I want to come back to, like the Arizona Hot Springs. I definitely am going to check that out again at some point. Probably when I'm in Sedona next time, because I can just drive up here and do that. So, because it's only a 4-hour drive. But anyway, that is all for now. I found another spot. I'm going to show you it right now. It's literally on the way. Like, I didn't have to, like, it was off the interstate. It's still pretty windy, though. Finally here, Sedona. Let me love this place. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm trying to chill because there's like a cop right there. But like, yeah. Okay, there we go. Look at this. This is where I'm at. Oh my God. The speed limit is slower and there's a reason. There's no need to rush now that I'm here. Like, all the anxiety and all the things I was thinking, I'm not gonna lie, it went away as soon as I started seeing the scenery of Sedona, because you can see it from miles away before you even get here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you we're finally here. So hi, I'm in my Airbnb. I'm watching my my favorite YouTubers, and it's a wonderful Airbnb. And I just got dinner. I'm about to eat it. I got it at this Thai place because people who know me, Thai is like my jam. And it's so much food. Totally have food for like lunch tomorrow. So I really only will have to find one place to like eat at tomorrow probably, because that's just so much food. I'm not gonna be able to eat that all in one setting. But yeah,